Yo, what's good? What's happening? We back. Brand new episode of Threes from the Ring podcast. It's your boy, Chris J. Got the boy, Charles Sav here.
Yeah.
Got the boy, Tyler here.
Yo.
Now, this might be the first time in a long time, but this is the first episode since I don't know when where everybody's on camera. So, shout out to us, man. Because once Daytra got his camera together, Tyler had a camera issue.
Yeah.
So, hey, shout out to you. But hey, you guys been watching. Make sure you are watching happen, but are watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel, YouTube Media. Make sure you check out the never late review of the Wukong game that dropped on PS5 last month. Daytra and Cam definitely did a great job with that review. Make sure you guys check it out. And make sure you guys give feedback, comments, like, subscribe that video as well. I'll make sure I attach it to this video as well so you guys can check it out. Especially looking to a decent PS5 console exclusive. Or if you got the PC, do as you please. But make sure you guys check it out to see the guys' thoughts on that game as well. Be on the lookout for the first episode of Attack on Culture, as we're going to be dropping that first episode next week. So be on the lookout for that as well, especially for our gaming, anime, comic book, whatever nerds. Check that out, man, because we definitely back at it to give you guys the content that you guys so desire. So, but also follow us on Twitter at 3S from the Ring, 3S from the Ring as well. But we're going to get right into it this episode. We have a pretty packed episode, so be with us as we're going to go straight into basketball talk. As basketball season is currently gearing up, we're getting closer and closer to the start of the season. Yesterday was media day for a lot of NBA teams. So a lot of like pictures of teams like All-Stars, Big Threes, press conferences, interviews with players returning to their teams and stuff. So shout out to that grand moment. We saw the first of many LeBron and Bronny interviews. So enjoy seeing that get shoved down y'all throat. Pause. And plenty of other things. Zach LaVine had an interesting press conference with the Bulls. And like there's plenty of other things that was going on. But training camp is pretty much about to get underway. But before we get into probably the biggest news of that, of pretty much that happened leading up to training camp, we have to give some honoring to one NBA legend, Dikembe Mutombo. RIP to one of the greatest defensive centers of all time, and one of the best international talents as well. Mutombo had a really decorated career. I believe he is a multi-time Defensive Player of the Year award winner. One of the best rim protectors. One of the more notable characters of the 90s, even going to the 2000s and all of that as well. So, RIP to Mutombo. He passed away to brain cancer, which I didn't even know he had. So it was one of those things that was really shocking to see, and especially like once I got the sham bomb, as we call it now. So
yeah, it was rare.
He was only 55. Like that's still crazy in itself. He still had plenty of life to live, but prayers to his family, loved ones as they go through this time of mourning. You guys' thoughts on Mutombo?
I ain't got too much. RIP on him. I was telling the guys about it earlier. I don't know if it was earlier. Yeah, it was early because yesterday PlayStation Network was out. I was telling the guys about it, and they were saying, well, yeah, he was tall and stuff like that. I was like, he died brain cancer. And now I was like, dang. And I knew he had brain cancer because I remember that being reported a minute ago. But he was a very he had a big heart, especially for his home country and stuff like that. So everybody loved Mutombo. Nobody ever said anything bad about Mutombo. So RP, bro. Well, I should say RP, sir.
No, I get it. Tyler, thoughts on Mutombo?
Pretty much the same thing. I wasn't aware that he had the brain cancer issue either. So that's that's definitely unfortunate. Shouts out, prayers to his family. Hope they're all taken care of. In good spirits. Yeah, Mutombo was he was a figure of the '90s. Big man. He was one of those big men that you had to respect coming down the lane. Definitely had to respect his defensive prowess. It sucks that we just losing so many legends in general. He actually lost a lot of people this week in general.
Definitely have, but definitely past couple of weeks been crazy.
Yeah, it's been nasty.
I lost John Amos, bro.
Yeah.
John Amos gone. He passed today.
Bro, John Amos.
Yes, bro.
Gee, what the heck, G? Like, I was barely on my phone today at work, so I'm like, bro, John Amos died. We lost my man's John Earl Jones. Like, bro, we
There's another I can't remember his name. It's another voice actor that did like a lot of different voice roles from like his voice is recognizable. I just can't remember his name. He passed too.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But it's a lot of black legends dying, man. Like, look, man, I thought I'd be able to go see a Frankie Beverly concert, man. I want to see a Frankie Beverly concert. You won't be able to experience it. So, it is what it is, G. But RIP to Mutombo. Once again, prayers to his family, loved ones. The whole Congo's a country, right? Congo is a country in Africa, correct?
Yeah.
City, the country of Congo as well, because that's where he's from. He did, and like Daytra mentioned, he did a lot of work investing into his home country as well. So prayers to them, because I'm pretty sure they building statues of that man, G, to do what he was. But either way, let's go ahead and move on. We're going to talk about another center. At this point now, he's definitely a whole center now. So Cat Karl Anthony Towns is now a New York Knick, as he was traded. That was what, Saturday or Friday?
Friday. That was last Friday.
Okay, yeah. So Karl Anthony Towns got traded to the Knicks this past Friday, which still very shocker of a trade, especially factoring like, okay, we got last week as well. Watch retired. He said, "All right, I'm done. Y'all got this now." He pretty much gave Shams all the juice. And then Shams' first bomb is informing us that Cat is a Knick. So, yep. So either way, Cat is officially a New York Knick. Trying to re-pull up the trade, so give me a second.
Other than some stuff that Charlotte got, Dante DiVincenzo and Julius Randle for Karl Anthony Towns.
They got a pick from, I think it's a protected pick from Detroit.
Pretty much picks are involved that are people that we probably won't know or care about until they actually get into the league. Let's put it that way. But either way, so that dropped on the timeline and got plenty of people a little shook. Especially in terms of just suddenness of it. There wasn't really it was more, I would say, people speculating that Cat should get traded, X, Y, and Z. And the Knicks was always a name that was brought up because it makes sense. And I think
he's from Jersey too.
Yeah, he's from Jersey.
Yeah, he's from the Jersey area. Yep. And on top of, I think we even talked about it last episode we recorded. We didn't record last week, where I'm like, the Knicks only have one center, and Mitch Robinson gets hurt, it's a wrap. And then proceed to see what happens. So, Either way, we're going to look at the trade on both teams' perspective right now. It's pretty easy to say the Knicks won the trade. Honestly, it makes sense. It makes sense for them roster-wise. They needed a center because Mitchell Robinson he's in the I'm one fall away from being out for 3 weeks tier. So you needed a backup center. Unless you was going to run Randall at the 5, and even then that's in the tip system. God bless. Either way, I like the move. He's definitely a clear-cut number 2. Main thing is, will he survive a second running with Tibbs? He knows what Tibbs expects. Like I said, I don't think Tibbs is as critical of him as people make it out to be. It's just Tibbs being Tibbs. But he did survive Tibbs either way. Both knees. He is coming off a knee injury that happened mid-season, but he's still a solid player. He was solid most of the playoffs until that last round where the whole team went to hell, honestly. So I can't even put him as the sole fault of them losing to the Mavericks in the playoffs. But I like it. Like, I really like it for that team, the Knicks as a whole. You have a legit true number 2 because I feel Miles Bridges cannot be your number 2 because he was going to be number 2 on that team because the Nova boys run things, whether we respect it or not. But y'all thought
you mean Mikal, bro? You said Miles Bridges. I'm like 2-piece ain't on that team.
I'm sorry. Wrong Bridges. Wrong M Bridges. Mikal Bridges. My fault. Look. Their name shouldn't start with the first 2. They had the first 2 letters, and it's like, all right, go from there. But either way, I like it for the Knicks. You guys thought some cat as a Knick before we go to the Timberwolves part.
Man, I really want to talk about the Timberwolves part, but I would say, so you brought up a thing about Tibbs. Tibbs don't have to survive Tibbs. Tibbs got to survive him. Because if Tibbs don't get it done with this team, he gone. That's just how. This is what happened with coaches in the NBA. Stacked, quote unquote, stacked team. You don't make it, you gone. Like,
I see where you're coming from, though. Even though I do think that Tibbs has a more secure spot than most coaches, it is the New York Knicks, and anything can happen with them. Then it's just, I think it's pressure. It's pressure on the entire team now. Really, it really is. Like, this is probably the best team they've had since probably 2012. I think that
since Walt Frazier got the Marine, I don't think I can't.
Well, as far as like the makeup of the team,
since Walt Frazier got the Marine, like I don't
know who's on that team.
Oh, bro, the Patrick Ewing Knicks teams wasn't. They wasn't bad. They was still good. Gee, they still made it to the.
They were competitive.
Alcoholic. I don't want to hear it,
bro. They still made it to the finals.
But
alcoholic. I want to hear it, man.
Made it to the
but I do like the makeup of the team, but they got the pressure is definitely on for them. Like they have to produce. I don't think that they're gonna win. I think that they are in a good position to make a legit finals run, but it just depends on how healthy they really can stay and how well they look against their conference rivals. Really,
I think it's gonna be a very, because it's a stacked team, and stacked teams do good regardless. But you added 2 new pieces to this team, and both of those people somewhat demands the ball. I think that is going to be, because Brunson already going to have the ball in his hand. We get 2 people who are going to also need the ball too. I don't think it was going to work with Randall either. So, but
I don't either.
And you didn't. It's like you traded for a better Julius Randle. Cat is going to be able to stretch the floor more, which is they're going to need. They're going to need that big that's going to be able to stretch the floor. But again, they really just relying on Mitchell Robinson and Cat to stay healthy for the whole season, which is going to be hard for them. Because if they don't stay healthy for the whole season, Tibbs gonna make OG Anunoby play center, and I'm gonna laugh every single day of my whole entire life. So
They gonna get cooked.
Absolutely cooked.
And it's not even his fault. It's just that's a tall task for that type of team,
especially because like we're getting to the point where every team has a decent, either a 4 or 5. You have a decent 4 or 5 that's going to dominate. So
yeah, when you get to the last resort, they are going to run you off the floor.
Yeah, I think it's going. I'm pretty sure they probably not done with moves. RIP to the Villanova Knicks. We had you for a summer. It's over. They sent the white boy to Minnesota. Crazy.
But they were saying that he was kind of concerned about his role being diminished anyway. So
I think OG was gonna pretty much like Mike Kel's gonna kind of be like a better, the second best player on that team. Again, I don't even think Julius Randle expected himself to be on that team when the season comes. So
yeah, I don't think they wanted to take the chance of him backlogging whatever, chemistry they've already built. Not to say that he would be like, a bad, fit for them or whatever, like as far as like as a team, but it's just like they did so well without him. It's like you don't want to have to keep waiting for him to get acclimated with a good system. So
let me say
with this system at least.
Let me say this, and it's kind of like a transition to the Timberwolves part. My bad, Chris. Both of the moves, I don't even consider Cat going to the Knicks a win now move. Both of those moves in the long run was to make money. I mean, to move money.
Yes, that was the key. Honestly,
that's actually the most surprising part of like the details of the whole CBA thing that pretty much orchestrated it really.
Because like Knicks gonna have a huge payroll coming up, but they was you either sell Julius Randle now when he only got one more year on his contract.
Yep,
he sell him now.
Opt out
to a team who gonna need to lose money, because the Timberwolves, you're looking at Ant, you're looking at Cat, and you're looking at Gobert, but you got to remember they just paid Naz Reid.
Yep.
So you just paid Naz Reid. Naz Reid is technically younger, and then you got other players that you're gonna have to play in the future if you want to keep that team. I think they paid Conley too recently, so like not so big, but they got
most of their core. Most of the Timberwolves core is already paid. Like that's why it was like it is what it is. But
the worst of it, Rudy Gobert has an untradeable contract, so you have to get rid of Cat.
Which, by the way, I'm gonna be honest. I'm surprised Tibbs didn't say "Give me Gobert." Tibbs is the most Gobert's the most Tibbs-like player.
I don't think anybody can afford it.
Yes, that's part of it right there.
I don't think anybody can afford it. Just looking at the loan, Gobert that contract is nasty, bro.
Let me pull it up real quick as you talk about it.
But I think both moves was money moves. I think what am I trying to say? I think that this is going to help. You saw that contract. This is going to help Ant. This is going to help Ant in the future.
It'll help him get paid in the future.
He's going to get paid, but he's also is de facto number one. Now, I know people would say he was number one last year and the year before that, but there was times when Cat, had to save him. Ain't nobody on that team gonna save him, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. I like Julius Randle. The Jeff T podcast called him the real JR. I rock with him. I don't even think Julius Randle gonna be there for 2 years. I don't think they're even gonna pay Julius Randle. Again, I think
a respectable pay cut. If
you
might take less to the max.
It's like the mindset of the Timberwolves was like, nigga, I'm the owner of the Minnesota Timberwolves. I barely got money to begin with. Somebody got to go. So, not the pocket watch, but You can't trade Gobert because that contract is untradeable, and anybody you trade him to will fleece you. Like if you think about, because you got to trade him to contenders, because that's the only people who are going to want Gobert. You're not going to get Gobert on the Pistons because they're going to like, well, we need this fat contract for. Like you can't send him to the Lakers because they broke. Clippers broke. And you ain't going to you think they're going to give you Zubac back for that nigga? You got to get like Amir Coffee or something. I don't even know if he's still in the league, but you got you. It's so much that you just. He was going to be a Knick regardless. It was coming. So, shout out to both teams. I think it fits both teams. To tell the truth. So a lot of people say
I don't think anybody lost a trade. It's not a lose or win-lose type of trade. It's just what makes sense type of trade.
Yeah. And we're gonna see a lot more of those coming up. Like this is just gonna happen. Boston is probably gonna deal with that issue soon.
If they do not win this year, there's change foot.
They will deal with that issue soon.
But Tyler, your thoughts
Holiday, Boink.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. But Tyler, your thoughts on Julius Randle as T-Wolf? His fit.
It's gonna be interesting to see, like for the time being, because like Trail said, I don't think he's gonna be there longer than 2 years, if that. He gotta, he's gonna have to defer again, rightfully so. I don't think they're gonna be any worse than what they were last year necessarily, but
they were they were a top 3 seed. They were number 1 most of last season, by the way.
I think if they drop at all, I don't think they go no lower than 5th this year.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I think the lowest they go is 4. It had, like I said, Mitchell Robinson and Cat going to be like have to be injured for them to go anything past 5th. I just think that, huh? Oh, you talking about Timberwolves?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. The West is tricky, but I don't think they go any lower than 5th.
I'm seeing
worst
6.
case scenario 6.
Yeah, I'm seeing 6 in their future, dog. I don't see them as a play-in team, but I do see 6 in their future. Like,
I think they have more work cut out for them this season than they did last season.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be cut out. Definitely, he's gonna be in. The reason I say it's nasty because Memphis, as long as Marcus Smart play good basketball, Memphis is going to be really
I keep
strong.
forgetting Memphis is going to be back this season, probably.
Memphis is going to be really strong. I think Phoenix did a good job retooling in the offseason, so they're going to be really good. Denver, OKC probably is going to be the best team in the West. I'm going to hate the season preview when we do the season preview because there's going to be a lot of glaze going over in Oklahoma City. That team is stacked. Niggas forget they got Alex Caruso over there. So,
I forgot.
That team is stacked. And they got
Isaiah pedophile.
They got Alex Caruso and Isaiah Hartenstein, bro.
You got OKC role players you can get.
Joe, it's actually crazy. Like all Isaiah Hartenstein do is chase boards, bro. It's a crazy
and shoot and make threes. So
yeah, OKC, like Phoenix, Sacramento, probably going to try to have a bounce back year. Golden State probably going to try to have a bounce back year. Spurs probably make the play-in. Like that's what I'm saying. Like 6, it's a good 6 in their future because you got to rebuild continuity. Cat was your second option, and then like Julius Randle can't space the floor like Cat can, so. It's gonna be 2 big niggas, pause, in the paint. Unless you bring Naz Reid out and you have him play small ball when Gobert, being Gobert. I don't know, man.
That's probably what's gonna happen.
Right. Shout out whoever decided to pay Mike Conley. Them niggas need to keep their job because he gonna be able to keep that team like. Lock in type stuff. We're gonna be 6, but if y'all don't lock in, we're gonna be a nice 10. But,
the minute I see Julius Randle on the wing going right, I'm gonna have to look away.
That nigga gonna hold the ball for 20 seconds in the post. Realize he can't get that shot. Shout out to Ant chucking up a 3.
Hey man,
or dunking on somebody.
Gonna mess up his percentage.
Rebound, G. Gobert might literally lead the league in offensive rebounds because he goes.
Don't say that, bro, because that's gonna contribute to him getting fucking defensive player of the year.
Gobert would never win another defensive player of the year.
He's not gonna win another.
We said that last year, man.
I mean, he got his cheeks ran paws in the Olympics. I don't think they ever gonna let him win another one, bro.
No, like at this point,
Gobert, another contract.
He already has 4. I think he has just as many as Mutombo RP, and so it's just like, bro,
crazy, man.
I don't think you get in another one.
He stole 3 of them hoes. 3.
He stole 2. I'll be honest, he stole 2.
I think his first one was granted.
Yes,
probably his first 2 was granted, but he stole one from 80.
And he stole one from 80, and arguably stole one from Wemby. Arguably,
yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
because this thing, the way people
Wemby was the best defensive player last year, but his team sucked. So
it was just it's like, gee, I can't make him stop from making buckets, nigga. But
I will say this: go ahead and get your FanDuel out. He a lock for this season, bro. That's a lock. I'm telling you, Wemby defensive player of the year is a lock. If y'all listening, if FanDuel Sportsbook is listening to Trail, go ahead and sponsor us, man. Wemby's a lock.
I'm about to let
Cold Trail
check. I'm checking right now.
I don't gamble, but if I had the money to gamble, he's a lock. A lock.
Hold on, where's NBA? Okay, hold on. I'm about to actually check the odds. NBA. Gee, there's literally a Wemby. Bro, it's a Wemby specials tab.
Listen to me, bro. Let me tell you.
Here we go. All right. Plus 1,200 odds. Victor Wembanyama to record a quadruple double in any 2024.
It ain't wildin'.
Game.
He get a quadruple. Yeah, lock. That's a lock.
I'm sorry. Might look. Put $5.
That's a lot. Put a 5 on.
When was the last time we saw a quad?
Russell Westbrook dropped one, I think.
Hey,
I wouldn't
There probably was.
2020. I don't know last time we saw a quad.
I'm trying to find the most ridiculous one. So the highest one is plus 2,200. Victor Wembanyama to record 10 plus made threes in any NBA game.
That might be a lot, bro. Look, going against the Pistons, he got Jalen Duren guarding him, bro. He come on, man. He flagging that, bro. Come on, bro.
Hey, man. But no, he is low-key a lock to win. People him, if you put him for defense player of the year, it's negative 160. You're not.
Let me tell you the lock. Well, let me tell you a lot. Is Wemby defensive player of the year? It's only going to be 2 people to decide through MVP. It's going to be Luka Doncic and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Them the only 2. Look, I love Bron. Don't look at Bron. Don't look at Jokic. They probably done giving Jokic one. They saw what Embiid in the Olympics. They ain't going to vote for that nigga. Giannis might be like an outlier, but Shai, because they're going to be the 2 best teams in the West next year. Lock them 2, bro. Lock them 2. Lock them 2, bro. I'm telling you, them the 2 you pick between. No, everybody else, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Russians, don't come after me. But them 2 right there, Shai and Luka Doncic, is the 2 to look for. Whole time. I don't even bet, but let me start putting the odds. Let me start a podcast. Every week.
They try to do a bookie segment for TikTok.
Tell to join my Discord if you want the picks, man. I know what's about to happen. Y'all jump me in this bitch. Niggas gonna hit our line. Man, I lost $45,000 messing with you.
Wait, that's a gambling problem. That's not us problem.
Hey, well, see exactly. But
45 bands is out of pocket.
Hey, look, I might low key put some $5 on that Wemby, make it 10.
Hey. I'm telling you, bro. It's a lot. Like, Wemby gonna make a lot of people some money next year, bro. Cause she's gonna usher in this new era of do whatever the F you want ball, bro. It's gonna be niggas doing whatever the hell they want on the court, bro.
Be kind of already there. What you talking about?
Like, bro.
Yeah, they not penalizing them for a lot of the shit they doing right now.
Nigga, look, what I mean by that is for people, like, it's a lot of people that gets they play, who gets they shots the same exact way. You know, they might do a little flourish here and there, but it's two people with such a unique offense that it's Jokic and Wemby. Offense so unique that it's just like, damn, I don't know what they're gonna do next. Like with Bron, you kind of know what Bron's gonna do. He's just stronger than you. With Steph, you kind of know what Steph's gonna do. Off ball movement, shoot a three, or try to, you know, go inside to get a foul or something like that. But he's just gonna make it. You even know what Shy is gonna do. He got a whistle. He got a James Harden level whistle right now. So like, just gotta, you know.
I hear you. All right, so last thing on NBA. I was going to do top 10 small forwards, but look, man, it's better things to talk about. Look, I'm on a look, man. I'm honestly might skip small forwards. That's sad. But anyway, all of us Chicago men, born and raised, G. Proud Chicago men, G. Southside born and raised, all of us. Chicago legend, Bulls legend, Simeon legend. Derrick Rose has officially retired from the NBA. He retired this past Sunday, or was it Saturday? I believe it was Saturday or Sunday. It was like right after. It was right before Cat got traded. It was right after Cat got traded. But Derrick Rose, for one, last week he was randomly waived by the Grizzlies. Anytime Derrick Rose becomes a free agent at any point, Bulls fans automatically say he got to come home. Keep that man away from home. So, moving forward, that was a little odd. Then he posted that interesting Instagram teasing they might be retiring. Then the next day, confirmed the man is retired. Sad day. Everybody was like, hey, man, one of the best to ever do it. One of the greatest what ifs of our era watching basketball. My thoughts on Derrick Rose retiring. I'm happy for him. He had a 16-year career. He never really had a prime, even though we call the MVP year prime Derrick Rose. Arguably, that still wasn't prime. He could have really been better if it wasn't for injuries. Like I mentioned, he's one of the greatest, what ifs ever. Ever. Like he's up there with the Grant Hill, Penny Hardaway of what if this man never got hurt? What would his career would have been? What could have the Bulls been if he never got hurt? If Tibbs just took him out in that fourth quarter, that's still the greatest what if. There's an alternative timeline where the Bulls probably do have either a championship or Tibbs actually took him out the game and things actually succeeded for Chicago. Either way, I'm just happy for him. Like as a Chicagoan, as somebody that's seen him hoop since he was in Beasley, I'm just happy to just see him have a successful career. Like happy as a whole. Even though I wasn't the biggest Bulls fan during that time frame, because hey, wherever Bron go, I go, nigga. And I was everybody's biggest op then. I was like, look, man, it is what it is. So when y'all was saying see red, I was like, hey, man, big three, nigga. But I'm happy for the man. I'm happy he won an MVP. I'm happy he was able to do well for his city, even when the city betrayed him at the end of it. He went on to become a Knicks, still had a good career. That 50-point game as a Timberwolves, still one of the most fun I had watching and emotional I ever got watching a basketball game, because that was beautiful to see. Even those times we was working at Adidas, seeing him pop up at the store, trying to be as low key as possible, but it's like, hey, bro, we know full well you Derrick Rose, G. But even then, he was cool as hell. Then, I'm just overall happy that Derrick Rose had a fulfilling career, a fulfilling NBA career, and a fulfilling life. Like clearly, the man is happy and at peace with his own life, and that's dope to see and hear. Those are my thoughts. Tyler, your thoughts on Derrick Rose and him retiring?
I'm happy for him because he get to end it on his terms. He went through so much in his career, but I'm just glad he was able to, I honestly believe he had more highs than lows. The way he put him, grew as a person and as a player, throughout his trials and tribulations. It was something to to see and be commend him for. I'm glad I got to actually see him play in person twice. I saw him playing the first time I saw him play in person. I was in either 6th or 7th grade, probably sixth grade, because I think it was his senior year in high school. I seen him play. It was a Simeon game. I think they were playing Curie or somebody.
He whooped their ass.
He balled out. That was my first time seeing him play. That was the first time I seen somebody like in person, like jump off to back scratcher. Then I had the opportunity to go. The last time I went to a Bulls game was his MVP year. I still remember it was the night that it was the 20th. It's one of the anniversary nights of the first championship, where they had all the players and stuff come, and I saw him. I saw and all the other Bulls players. I don't think MJ was there, but I got to see him play in person. I think they played the Jazz that game too. So it was just cool, actually seeing, witness, how good he really was in person. But just overall, like I said, I think he had more highs than lows for his career. He's definitely, in my top 5 of favorite players that I've ever watched. He really made me enjoy the game of basketball growing up and, going through high school and everything. I'm happy for him, man. I hope that, that he's able to, continue his happiness in retirement, with his family and, the other good thing that, that he's been doing and going around speaking to, the youth and, just still trying to make a difference without the basketball in his hand.
Daytro, your thoughts on D Rose?
Yeah, shout out to D Rose. Gotta make it not mopey in this joint. So first things first, he beat that case. Not a lot of niggas can beat that case, okay? We're not gonna talk about what the case was, but he beat that case. Not a lot of niggas beat that case, but he beat it. I'm not a fan of Eskimo Bros, but he beat that case, bro. Shout out to him. Legendary. A lot of Hall of Famers couldn't beat that case. Now, other than that, Chicago legend. I remember first time I heard about who D Rose was. It was this tall dude I went to school with named Timothy. Tall as heck. Fairfield Academy. 63rd in Fairfield. We got cool. So you like, hey bro, come to my crib after school. I got you. His crib was on like Whipple. I forget. It was past Whipple. It was past 63rd and Whipple or something like that. Almost back Kedzie. He said, I got the new 2K. And the first thing he did was go to the downloaded rosters and pick up that created character D Rose. It was like a download pack or something. And it was D Rose. He threw him on the Bulls. And he played. And I didn't care about basketball at that time. But he nonstop played with D Rose that whole entire time. He was beloved by Chicago. People wore his ugly shoes. That's crazy. His shoes is ugly. But people loved them, and they wore them because they loved D Rose. For a career that went downhill, he was able to keep that Adidas contract. Like, that's how much love he had. That's how much he was selling.
It's more effect how the contract was negotiated. The contract was negotiated.
Rose in them winning them rooms.
To that contract, G. He was good.
Hey, you keep his name on that bottom line. As long as he is here, you keep him on that bottom line, and they kept it.
Yeah, like Derrick Rose is a legend. My probably favorite Derrick Rose moment is when he destroyed Dragic
Man.
The man, like,
put that man in a body bag.
Low key, I think he erased Dragic out of like Suns fans' mind. Like niggas don't even know Dragic was on the Suns, bro. That's how bad that dunk was, bro.
That's crazy when you think about it.
Was he out the league after that year? Because I don't remember. I didn't from that point on. I didn't see Dragic again until he got to the Heat.
Like another 2 years. He was still a Sun for another 2 years. Maybe
they
3.
put his ass in the. He's playing for the Phoenix. Whatever they D League team was at the time, bro. Yeah, I didn't see him.
It's like I think he even gave this city hope. Imagine, just like Chris in this party. I'm a Bron stan. I didn't have hope for the city. he gave the city hope that they was gonna win a chip. Even when he came back off the first shebang, and it was him, Jimmy Butler going against LeBron with the problem mustache. People thought, hey, Bron bogus for that. People thought he was going to get. They thought they was going to, now me and Chris, being Bron fans, we knew what was going to happen. But I think they went up 2-1 in that series.
They was up 2-1. Ron came back and said no.
When
Kyrie went, because Kyrie got hurt in that. He was hurt at.
Yeah, so the LeBron game winner was when they could have went up 3-1, but LeBron said no.
Right after Rose hit the game winner the game before.
Yep.
So
that was a good series, honestly.
Yeah, and he always gave Bron and them a good series. Like, and he was one of those people who's gonna always be intertwined with like the lore of Bron, and that's not a bad thing at all. It's
he even spoke on it himself. I seen a clip earlier where he was just saying like, he's just glad he was able to say like I was really able to go at him. That's something I could tell my son. To give him that type of confidence in himself. Like you can go at people as long as you're confident in yourself. Win or lose, you gotta go for something.
Exactly. I think that's the best part, like though you ain't, get the chip, you're the youngest MVP, will probably keep that record for the foreseeable future. I don't think that record will ever be broken. You changed the whole city mindset on basketball. Man, Simeon is a legendary school because of you. It's literally because of him. So it's Simeon, right? I ain't tweaking. Yeah, Simeon. Oh man. And look, on Game Bang, I would have threw up the forks, but I'm not trying to get jumped by people who watch the podcast, but he's still legendary in those streets too. Mind you, I'm telling you, certified. Now I'm not saying certified, bro. He is certified. There was a rumor that he used to buy niggas guns, bro. He is certified out there. Okay? Certified. All right.
No, D Rose is a top 5 folks, G.
Look, stripes. Okay, he got them. So and trust me, if basketball didn't work out, he'd be shooting something else, bro. He is certified out here. Imagine a tall nigga like that chasing after you. Ass out the crap out of me, bro.
I don't even want to think about it.
Hey, man, that is crazy. But hey, man, either way, shout out to D Rose, G. Much love. I'd love to get him on the pod one day, man. Hey, but let's go ahead. That's really it basketball wise. Like I say, well, I'm skipping small forwards, G. It's nothing. Kawhi Leonard. There you go. Kawhi Leonard is number 1.
Crazy, but we ain't even start training camp yet. They talking about I ain't gonna be here, man.
Kawhi Leonard is number 1, G. It's Kawhi or Jimmy Butler, nigga.
Kawhi, Jimmy, Jason. Oh, Jason be playing though.
Oh wait, I apologize. No, Jason Tatum technically is a small forward. Jason Tatum is number 1.
It all depends on what Derrick White not playing. That's what he is.
Pretty much. But either way. Jason Tatum.
They turned Luka into a goddamn point guard.
Luka he should be a shooting guard, but he is a point guard. But It is what it is. But we're gonna proceed on. We're gonna take a little quick switch over break and we get into wrestling. So stay tuned. All right, y'all, we're back at it. We're going into wrestling portion of the show. Once again, make sure you, if you're watching us, like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel, You Tweaking Media. Make sure you share with your peoples, all that good stuff. We're here to talk about wrestling now. So we got a fair amount of things to talk about on this end as well. So before we get into the WWE portion, we're going to kind of talk about AEW. They did some things. They did. The Cornball brother. He did something.
Hey, man, I don't even want to have a conversation on that dumb shit.
Look, man. All I got
gotten worse as the week has gone by, and it's only
it has gotten so bad. And I can imagine this nigga got some eyeshadow that looked like a real raccoon just in the background like this with a Boondocks jersey on or something, bro. Like, I can't. Bro, I cannot stand that nigga.
Man. I just need the Cornball brother to just shut up. So, one, he goes on Breakfast Club. One, Tony Khan just says, y'all go anywhere to do interviews. So,
I'm pretty sure they fed Breakfast Club them questions. Charlamagne ain't keeping up with that stuff, man. You think DJ even got a fed case he trying to dodge? He ain't keeping up with wrestling.
That man got house Ricos, man. He got house Ricos. G. But anyway, so not Tony Khan, but Swerve goes on Breakfast Club and they ask him about leaving WWE and the contracts shit that happened like I think a year or two ago. And pretty much the man said, hey, look, man, they should be looking into my pockets as a black man. All that dumbass shit that he tried.
He said it only matters when it comes to a black talent and stuff like that. One, my bad, Chris.
Go ahead.
One, it was the grift, bro. It's something about that company and grifting, bro, that they like to do, G. Mind you, I try to watch that stuff on Wednesdays, bro, because the GOAT wrestle on Wednesdays, G. Try to always watch a Daniel Bryan match when you get to. You can't miss him out. He about to retire soon. Let me tell you something, bro. The nasty grift that come out these niggas' mouths, bro. I be wanting to, bro. And I think the most disrespectful thing is about this is because, yeah, you haven't seen no black main eventers in the men's side, right? Cool. There's a conversation to be had about that, about making black stars on the WWE side. That's great. That's fine. But the disrespect to black women that comes up on that company, bro, is crazy. The disrespect to Bianca is crazy. Sasha Banks is the star that she is because they shot her up the platform. Did they do her dirty with that whole walkout stuff? Of course. But it still doesn't affect the fact that they gave her a platform to become the big star that she is, bro. Yo, is Vince McMahon probably a racist piece of dog doodle? Of course, but that still don't take away from the fact that it's a lot of black women that came up through that company that's just pure dollar signs, bro. And I think that was disrespectful for the whole thing, because now you just neglecting everything that Bianca ever did, bro. And then now you neglecting everything that every other person of color did. Like, okay, there has been no black men in the main event scene for a minute. Of course, we all, as black people, we always gonna root for our own. That's how we grew up. We look at a game show, we gonna root for the black guy. He might lose in Fear Factor, but we still gonna root for him before he get exited out on the second round because it's maggots in the cheese. But there is a certain level of disrespect to Damian Priest, who is a Puerto Rican, who held that belt from WrestleMania all the way to SummerSlam, in that same internet community that said, oh, their main card is so white, it only is white people. That same wrestling community wanted him to drop that belt to Drew McIntyre month two. Month two.
Yep.
I don't. It's grift, bro. That nigga grift these niggas, bro. And niggas in that, oh yeah, they're right. It is so. Stop it. Niggas would be Hogan fans if they never heard that goddamn tape. So I don't want to hear that shit, bro. Niggas would be Hogan fans if he know how to do a sunset flip Canadian driver or something like that. So I don't want to hear it, bro. Tony Khan literally had to get bullied into booking black people. He had to. It was all area wrestling before that shit even came to this point. Before Swerve even got over there.
Back at it too.
Like what the
exactly?
Like, keep it a bean. That nigga.
You got a guy that was on the roster before Swerve. That is, as soon as he's out of that contract, Ricky Starks is going somewhere to become a star.
My nigga, like what? Like you gave Scorpio Sky a pity belt because niggas was like, yo, hey, this scene is a little bit too white. You know what I'm saying?
And we haven't seen that man since.
Haven't seen him since. He's probably injured. He old as crap. Who cares? Like, come on, where Keith Lee at? Where big folks at? Bro?
He's still at the Hall of Fame.
He's still at the Hall of Fame backstage.
He's still back there. He waiting. That contract is they had on time because of injury.
Like, let me get in this camera. Y'all gonna see this face again. He pulled the power. I can't blame him. But like, take a look, man. Take a look, bro. You know, me being the man of God that I am, I would end this with a scripture, bro. Take the log out of your eye before you try to take the toothpick out of somebody else's, bro. What's that scripture paraphrase? Yes. But a lot of you niggas don't know it because you ain't reading your Bible. Read your Bible. No, but seriously, quit worrying about what's going on over there, bro. My nigga, if I hear Tony Khan get asked of a question, will we ever see a WWE, AEW joint pay-per-view? I'm literally going to go to them interviewers and slap the taste out their mouth, bro. Like, I quit asking about the other's companies, bro. It's just nasty at this point. Real nasty. I digress. I even mute myself because I'm done talking.
No, pretty much, Datro hit everything on the head, man. I wanted to say, but I will add this one thing, G, about Buddy Ass, because at this point, he's cornball Buddy Ass. You know how crazy it is. You do not want to be cornball Buddy Ass, G. You really don't. So, with that said, this is my issue with everything that he said. You worry about pocket watching. But then there was a report saying that they never asked about your money, G, out of your own mouth. You never, like, they never approached you directly. So you lie. Why lie? You're a liar. It's worse enough to be a cornball brother. It's worse enough to be a coon, but to be a liar. And then you lie with other black people who are not even fans of the product. Let's keep it real. So with that said, please stop putting this loser ass nigga for the cameras to be the voice of black wrestling when we have.
That's what I really don't like. He is like, you're speaking for the entire like community of black wrestlers, and it's just not true.
With the community, you was the first person when the black wrestling community, whatever podcast that was, made that list. And you made a big deal because I think you wasn't number one, like in the top 5 or something. Like, bro, you act like a goofy over it, bro. That was the red flag in itself. Also, red flag number 2: real niggas do not wear Boondocks jerseys. I'm never letting that down. I can show my
one of you niggas in a Boondocks jersey disown me because I already disowned you. If I ever see one of you niggas Boondocks jersey, Nickelodeon coat, anything of the same, I am disowning you niggas. I'm not fashion man, but if I see you niggas in a Boondocks jersey, Nickelodeon coat,
you ain't a real one, bro.
If you wearing jogging pants, and they got the little Assassin's Creed type shit on it with the little knee pads and stuff. Immediate disown, okay? Immediate. I don't want to talk to you no more. We still got to make Chris wear that shirt that Elvia gave him.
I told you that shirt is burnt, G.
I'm just gonna look for cracked out Bugs Money shirt, and we gonna find it, and I'm gonna make sure
Hey, she bogus as hell.
Look, man, why are we bringing up the old shit?
Hey, she bought that off somebody on the bus, bro.
Oh God, somebody was selling that joint on the rail line.
Oh man, but hey, look, man. Either way, point is, you can't be a real one. You can't be someone who respects the culture, community, rocking Boondocks jerseys in a public setting. G, I'm sorry, but this is my thing above all, G. And I don't think people ain't talking about it enough. This man has lost 2 of his biggest matches to white men. He lost to Daniel Bryan and hasn't got a rematch yet, by the way. Let's talk about that. He has yet to get a rematch because a cowboy white man came up and burnt his house down. His mama crib got burnt down. Let's talk about that. Yes, it's wrestling shit, but that ain't supposed to happen. You respect your mama house that she bought, G. So let's talk about that. And then was turned to a Tuskegee experiment on pay-per-view. It main evented. That was the final scene people seen of you was being turned to a Tuskegee experiment. And the white man said, you know what? Let me smack you upside the head with a chair. That's the last time we seen your goof ass. And then guess what? Your next rivalry, when Bobby Lashley comes to whoop your ass, because guess what? Bobby Lashley is going to have strong creative booking because that's why he kind of left. Nigga didn't want to lose. He did not want to lose. And you think you're about to beat Bobby Lashley? Let's talk about it, man. So with that all said,
hey, do you know how crazy this is about to be? They about to create the Hurt Syndicate, right? It's about to be the nigga Shelton Benjamin going over there. They're about to create the Hurt Syndicate to literally give Bobby Lashley another group. I don't think Bobby Lashley is really going to sniff that title unless Tony Khan goes pure panhandling. But then that's going to cause other people to pill out because other people want to see that title when they waste. But like they're going to create the Hurt Syndicate. Swerve either going to join it or go against it, and then what?
You gonna lose.
Like
you automatically second fiddle to Bobby. You win or lose.
You're going to lose, and you're going to eat that pin. You're gonna get freaking put in that hurt lock, and you're gonna tap. That's 3 losses right there, G.
And then you about to sit up. And then you about to sit under the learning tree. Shout out to that Chris Jericho feud.
Nasty.
Bon voyage. Now,
I forgot that was the name of his group. I'm thinking you using the actual phrase of the learning tree.
Chris Jericho.
That's terrible.
But anyway, last thing AEW wise, we're getting Daniel Bryan versus Okada in probably the dumbest phrased book match I ever seen in my life. So for the 5-year anniversary episode, which I think is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's tomorrow because Tony Khan realized I ain't booked Daniel Bryan on this show yet. Nor have I booked Okada. You know what? Y'all gonna go against each other. First 20 minutes.
Is this like the tiebreaker match between them or something?
I don't know, nor do I care. But either way, Daniel Bryan's wrestling against washed up Okada. Or I'm in the United States and I'm getting USDA money. G, leave me alone, Okada. And pretty much they said the first 20 minutes, both belts are on the line. If the match exceeds 20 minutes, just Daniel Bryan's belt is on the line. That's the most stupid.
That's so dumb. So the belt is on sale for 20 minutes?
Yes.
That's crazy.
You know what's crazy about that? It's so predictable. Mind you, people hate predictable booking when it's the other company. But like it's so predictable that Daniel Bryan's gonna win because he has a Wrestle Dream match against
Moxley.
And then he supposed to go against Christian Cage. If Christian Cage still has a title shot.
Darby Allin has one too.
Darby Allin lost.
Darby got his took by Moxley. Moxley took
it. Makes no sense. It absolutely makes no sense. But like, so we know Okada is not about to drop. Daniel Bryan gonna have 2 belts For what? Unless he retires at Wrestle Dreams and vacate both of them.
I'm cool with that.
Like, look, Daniel Bryan's the GOAT. Okada kind of washed. No matter what, they're gonna have a great match. It's gonna be 6 stars for Fonum. But like, it's just predictable. Like, you know what's gonna happen. That's the only reason. I'm like 20 minutes. 20 minutes. So at minute 20, if Daniel Bryan wins at minute 20 and 1 second or whatever, if he wins at 20 minutes and 1 second, he's just done. It's so stupid.
So basically, the first 20 minutes of that match, Okada is going to be running from him. The last 10 minutes, Daniel Bryan is putting that nigga in a.
If he was smart, Okada will run from him because he got to win to get the belt. But it just, they want to see some Canadian drivers. I don't know about the disrespect the GOAT. Let me not say that. Daniel Bryan is going to lead this nigga to the greatest match on AEW history because he's Daniel Bryan. So shout out to bro.
Pretty much. So that's what's going on with AEW. We're going to go ahead and move on. We're going to talk about the Vince McMahon documentary that came out on Netflix. Look, man, we have to. We have to. Now, I will sit here and say this 6-part documentary, it really wasn't much that I learned. To really be honest, this was arguably this is like Netflix. It's like with Vince McMahon's name attached. This is Netflix. Hey, this is fast tracking the history of this company, and that we're going to start premiering January 1st of 2025. So here's the history of wrestling. Also, the founder and former owner of this company is a piece of crap. That's literally what this was. That's what it was. Now, with that said, we did get some hindsight on some behind the scenes things that occurred and getting Vince McMahon's point of view of things that we already knew of and heard about him being a very piece of crap human being, great and evil businessman. And yeah, so that's what this documentary gave us for 6 episodes. And on top of just Tony Atlas' very horrible outfit.
He went sleeveless, man.
They said that man was Fred Flintstone. G. It's insane. That's insane. G.
But he probably had the most, like, I would say, not even just honest, like he had the most, like, okay, we get it type of answers.
Yeah. But overall, you got I won't say good, but you got insight on who Vince McMahon was, his opinions on a fair amount of things, whether it was disingenuous or him covering his tail on certain things. We don't get this often, I would say some of the more entertaining parts, or I would say the one thing I didn't even really know, a couple of things like I just like information I learned was the ring boy shit. That was creepy.
That was on Dark Side of the Ring. I remember that from a while back. I didn't
watch the episode. I only watched the ones that I felt were significant. Yeah, but that was nasty work in itself. Very. Also,
I didn't know about the female referee scandal back in the day. I didn't know about that.
I'm surprised because they brought that up with the first set of lawsuits.
No, I'm saying like I didn't know like the explicit details of it.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I kind of most everything I didn't never seen like the interview that they showed and all of that. That was one of the things. Vince's thoughts on Owen Hart situation. Just him saying the fans probably didn't see it was dark is insane. That was legit insane. But also just his thoughts on it. But also I didn't know Bret Hart really believed that Vince tried to kill Owen to get back at him is crazy. It's funny but crazy.
And Bret be holding grudges, but can you blame him?
I get it. Also, Vince McMahon claiming that he walked up to Brett and said, "All right, go ahead and hit me," is insane.
You ain't got to tell him twice. He stuck his ass.
Yeah. But also another thing that was brought up, this was the one that really got me involved in the screw job, because that was where I kind of got more insight about it than I actually didn't know. Was also the fact that he told Triple H and Shawn Michaels ahead of time, and it was Triple H who said, "Fuck him." It was Triple H's call to really say, he leaving, take the belt. And Vince was like, all right. So Triple H was already very corporate.
Triple H said, look, y'all screwed me because of the damn curtain call. Somebody else got to take the fall.
Exactly. So that was some of the stuff I really got out of it. And on top of the other little things like we already kind of knew. But other than that, it was a cool documentary. Like, if you didn't know Vince McMahon was a piece of crap, then now you know. It's just more along the lines of, okay, but overall it was a cool piece, you know. It was cool, you know. Tyler, your thoughts?
Honestly, it just put a lot more emphasis on what we already knew about him just not being a good person. Definitely, like, this is my first time hearing like his, like, I guess, extended thoughts on the Owen Hart situation. What got to me in like the specific clips is them like looking down at the mat and just kind of focusing down on like them actually like showing like the blood spots and stuff. I'm like, damn, like I kind of feel, you know, at that time I would have felt bad for him too, because it's like, you really finna make us work through this shit? We literally just seen one of our peers fall to their death, and you genuinely don't care. You have no respect for human life.
Pretty much like that. Like, even though I watched the pay-per-view in its entity, and it's like, yo, watching that piece of blood just right there is just insane. Like,
dog. Like, you didn't even bother to be like, hey, let us at least try to scrub it a little bit more. You should have stopped the show. Like, that's my whole thing. I would have stopped the show. And then it's like, he'll say like, oh, if it would have been me, you know, I would have wanted the show to go. I'm like, if it would have been you, they would have stopped the show, just because it's like, look, at least he can't fire us now.
I mean, like, I'm doing good with not cursing, so I'm gonna say, you know, I'm not gonna say what I wanted to say, but, you know, bump that nigga, man. Like, I don't.
Straight up.
I think a lot of people went into this thinking we was gonna damn near see naked photos of Vince McMahon at this. Like, nigga, every scandal Vince McMahon, we know now. Like, we know. Like the steroid scandal, we know. One that was funny. That nigga was like, just tell the truth. Please, just tell the truth.
Yo, Vince McMahon telling Hulk Hogan, just tell the truth, and Hulk Hogan going to a black man and lying. See, Hulk Hogan and Swerve, the same person, going to black media and lying. Hey, motherfuckers, G.
Tell the truth. He was like, just please tell the truth. Because Vince McMahon saw what was going to happen. Nigga, look, he cooked. The steroids, the Owen Hart stuff is still kind of hard to digest, even for me. Like, I don't even know what's the right move other than stopping the show. That's why I understand that Owen Hart's wife wants nothing to do with anything WWE, and I respect that.
Really do.
Shout out to Brett. Brett does everything for a check. Can't get mad at him. He hates Vince McMahon, but he would still show up for a check.
Not that
you gotta
bad.
Get every dollar that Bill Goldberg took from him, man.
Look, man, I feel that. Everything else is stuff we know. The Janelle Grant stuff is still in the works. So for us to think like we was gonna know more about that we didn't know already, like, no, it's still an open case that's still gotta go to court and things of that nature. All I gotta say is, may he burn it. Well, I know he will burn in hell, so I ain't gotta say may he burn it. He gone. So, you know, time is ticking. I'm pretty sure when that verdict goes in her favor, he probably croak and die. So stamp that, by the way.
Hey, he said it, man. Once you retire, you die.
Hey,
They
stamp
forced
that.
him to retire.
Hey, stamp that. Like, stamp it. Like, Daytrell said, once Janelle Grant wins, Vince McMahon dies. Stamp that, bro. But, yeah, I don't really, like, he defamed himself. Like, there's such the fascination of people really still want to see. So he failed the lowest he could fall other than being dead. I can care less about anything Vince McMahon right now. I didn't like the nigga in the beginning. I don't like him now. Coolest thing Vince McMahon ever did was tear both his quads in the Royal Rumble. That's it. That's it. Like, other than that, I can care less for this nigga and what he did for wrestling. Cool. A lot of niggas did a lot of things. Karl Malone changed the way Power Force played. Bump that nigga. Like, I care less about him, bro. Like, I really horrible person, bro. Just he's devil. He's the devil. So yeah,
that's all. That's what we say. That's what it is. But
pretty much,
play got what you got from it. You expecting more?
I don't want to hear him post a response to this because they're saying that him and
I think that was just
fake. That's fake.
That was flop, bro. Like he, once again, the man has an active case. Like, you know, they kept emphasizing, hey, he ain't show up after he retired technically. So at this point, it was just who wants to talk. That's literally what it became. Who wants to talk?
There ain't much more. It's nothing. Even if he did, it's like I don't want to hear nothing else from him. It's like you already showed us. You've been showing us. You just got away with it all for a while.
Pretty much. Like there's nothing complicated about it. It's just simple. So, but anyway, let's go ahead. Bad Blood is this Saturday.
Yes.
I'm pulling up the card right now. Once again, niggas is mad because it's not a true black person on the card, even though Nia Jax is black. Ish.
Again. Black. I ain't gonna hold you. I looked that up a long time ago. The only thing melanin is Samoan blood. And if you want to go into the hotel talk about that, cool. But she ain't got no black in her, bro. I searched that up. The only thing black is probably the men she like, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. So,
people of color. She's passing. Let's put it that way. If she was to walk into a MAGA rally, she's getting called the N-word off that. A big one at that. But either way, it is what it is with that. Y'all can have that discourse. I don't care. Because y'all, the same people who mad are the same ones calling Cody Martin Luther King. So I'm just saying those the same.
Running with it.
Same people. So in my eyes, it is what it is.
You know it's funny, but I'm not trying to hear that from y'all.
Ain't even a lick of funny. That nigga, only thing that was funny was the black and white photos. But they started, he invited to the cookout. What cookout? You can't cook. What's the cookout? I couldn't stand that.
Anyway, but overall, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 match card. The Triple H special, as I call it. The Triple H special. On top of it, it's being hosted by Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill while we are at Atlanta. So pretty much, they're going to be seen at least 4 times throughout the night in Atlanta. So, with that said, we win. As Offset said, won. So, anyway. Atlanta legend Offset.
L. That nigga took an L. I'm just put that
that's a different subject. Anyway, so I'm gonna go with this in the prediction. I think this card might go. With that said, Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns versus the Bloodline, man.
Look, shout out to that match. I hope it don't main event. That's it.
That's literally, that's why I said this. If this ain't open, if it ain't main eventing, this is definitely opening. Roman, like, look, man, get me the hell up out of here, man. Look, man, get me the hell up out of it. But
That's the only thing I care about. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's just no main event, I think Punk and Drew deserve that. They've been carrying Raw.
They definitely had
for sure.
So Cody and Roman tag teaming against Solo and the Aura God Jacob Fatu himself. He's Aura personified. So I strongly believe this is going to be peak Bloodline cinema, which we expect. But I definitely believe, because Roman technically lost 3 of his last 4 matches, if I recall correctly. So I believe, 3 of his last 4 matches. So I really believe he's going to win this match. No, 3 of his last 5, because he beat LA Knight, then that triple threat. Yeah, so So Cody and Roman should win this match. There's going to be a lot of shenanigans, but they come out strong and win the match. We all in agreement?
Yeah.
For storyline purposes, they have to win this match. So,
yep. Especially so Cody can move the hell on.
Because Cody's story is about to get more interesting again.
Yeah, because KO is about to emasculate that man.
KO and then Randy putting. I'm pretty sure Randy's heel turn is gonna lead is gonna come from him basically egging them on. He's gonna egg somebody on in some way, like he's behind the scenes doing something.
Let's see. Next, we have Liv versus Rhea for the women's belt, or with Dominic in the shark cage match. Shout out to Vince Russo booking right here. Gotta love it. I believe
I got Liv.
I think Liv retains, but I think Raquel comes back. Raquel's gonna be her heavy.
I can see that.
I
like that idea too.
Because at this point, you kind of like Liv has to win by nefarious means, and I think at this point you introduce somebody to be her bodyguard, because she's technically been holding her own against Rhea in the shenanigans of post-match jumpings, but to make it more believable in this situation, I think Liv retains because Raquel comes back and say, "Hey, bitch, I hate you too." So, y'all thoughts?
I think, I agree with that. Even if Raquel don't come back, I think Liv retains.
Yeah.
I think, like, Rhea probably get that belt back at Mania or Rumble, but I don't think she's getting it back. Or season premiere Raw on
Netflix.
Yeah, like I think they do it at a bigger show, even like an overseas PLE if we see another one.
But they still on the Crown Jewel or something.
I hate Crown Jewel shows, bro. I really do. I don't think I enjoyed one. Probably the greatest Royal Rumble because my GOAT was in that. But other than that, I don't think I enjoyed one.
Got to actually go back and pay attention, because I think the last couple
it's been the last couple of them haven't been bad at all. They actually been kind of decent.
Fine. But I think they go back to back with the women matches. Nia Jax versus Bayley.
I think Bayley wins.
Nia's winning.
Tiffany,
if Bayley wins, she gets
Like, I don't know if they're trying to turn Tiffany. If they are, that's stupid. But
I don't like that.
I think Nia wins, and I think Tiffany probably cashes in
or tries to cash in. So,
she's still the longest in the bank.
Well, that ain't tough to try. Most women waste no time cashing in. G. So
you know.
Or Nia wins and Charlotte comes back.
Hey man.
Oh, report already came out. Charlotte ain't nowhere near close to returning.
Oh damn.
Yeah. I think that was a frightful joint too. Hold on, let me go back and look.
If it's Fightful, then I'm putting some stock into it because even though Charlotte was out here doing freaking handstands Mania weekend and stuff,
or they just saving her for one of the bigger shows.
Big neck, literally, I don't see her coming back for War Games. So it's either she's back, either she comes back for Rumble, which honestly I think you want to save Becky for that. I think Becky comes back for Rumble at that point because, like, literally, it makes the most sense. Because that pop is gonna be insane when you're whoa.
Has Charlotte won a Royal Rumble, by the way?
She won 2.
Yeah,
she did.
Charlotte, man. Charlotte,
because I thought she most of the time she. Oh yeah, you're right. Because didn't she win when she faced Rousey at Mania?
Yes.
No, I thought Becky won that one.
No, Becky won that one.
Becky was champion going into that Mania.
Yeah.
No, she was double champ at the end.
No, I'm not talking about the triple threat. I'm talking about the 1-on-1.
They went against each other 1-on-1?
Yes.
The WrestleMania in Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh, I deleted that from my brain, bro. So you know.
I was watching it recently, so that's why I remember it.
Yeah. But no, she didn't win that one. That was a earned title shot. I think she won twice. I forgot the first one, but she won. The second one was when she faced when she went to NXT.
Oh, that's when she faced Rhea Ripley.
Yeah,
that was Pandemic Mania.
Yeah, the Pandemic Mania. So that one, which the loudest women's match of all time. Literally, that's what it was. Did you ever find it, Daytrail, or we'll move on?
Yeah, we can move on.
All right, cool. Jamie and Priest versus Finn Balor.
I got Finn.
I think Damian wins. And then
No, I take that back. I do think Damian is gonna win. I think he doesn't. I don't see him losing 2 pay-per-views in a row.
Like, you booking Damian pretty strong. Literally, he's been holding his own against the other 4 niggas in Judgment Day pretty well. So, but I think him and Finn, this is going to be definitely one of the most notable matches of the night. Now, but I definitely think they definitely going to trilogy this match. Either way, this is definitely going to be a trilogy. Like, we're not going to see the last of this. But if I will say this, if Finn wins, best believe whenever next time they defend them tag belts on Raw, Damian's cost them that titles, because them belts got to get off them immediately. Either way, Trey, who you got?
Finn.
All right, cool. On the Finn. Then what we should be main eventing, CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre in the Hell in a Cell match. They've been talking some real ruthless, heartless things to each other this past few weeks. Them promos, immaculate, awesome, beautiful. CM Punk told that man last night, "You made me so angry. I don't go home to my wife. You don't understand. I don't want her to be around that energy. I don't want her to see me like this. It's insane." By the way, and also CM Punk is on NXT tonight, so literally CM Punk is around the youth on the CW premiere. By the way, but this is definitely going to be a great match. I'm pretty sure Triple H is going to let them slide with the blood. Mugs will bleed.
They've been saying that somebody's going to bleed, like, on TV, so
it's going to be blood. At this point, they will let them bleed. So get ready to see the referee put them black gloves on. He might start the match with the gloves at this point. But either way, it's going to be a very great match. Probably one of the best cell matches we will get in recent memory. Both guys know the assignment. That's how I view it. So that's my thought. Punk should win. I think it's setting up. You got to let Punk win. He needs this de facto win.
Fact check real quick. Charlotte Flair only has won one Royal Rumble.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, if she won 2, then it definitely. In fact, that's
2020.
Yep, that was the pandemic.
Yeah, so that was the one then.
Yep, leading to the pandemic, so that makes sense. Just to go to NXT and defend it is crazy. I mean, to get her title shot is crazy, but hey, they believe in Rhea. I get it. But Tyler, your thoughts on what this match will be and who you got winning?
I got Punk winning. I think he needs this momentum going into Survivor Series. I think he potentially gets a title shot going into Survivor Series, maybe. But just this feud in general, I think it makes sense for him to win. You want the babyface to come out strong in this type of win. It doesn't hurt Drew to lose, although I'm more so curious, and I don't like looking too far ahead, but I'm curious as to where does Drew go next after this match? What is next for Drew? Because his character has been really good, all year. This has been the longest feud we've had all year. I wonder what his the end of his year looks like going into 2025. I think the match will be, obviously violent. I will say this just for, the people that, have cooler heads that listen to this podcast. If you watch both shows, WWE and AEW, please just go into it knowing that this is a WWE style match. It's not, a AEW blood and guts type of thing. And it don't have to be. What they do over there is cool sometimes. What WWE does over, on their side is cool. Let it be, critique it to WWE standards, not what's going on outside of WWE, because that's where you take yourself out of the fun of, just, being a fan and watching. Like, just try not to compare if you can.
Yeah, I think that match gonna be cool. I think it's gonna be good. Their last match without Seth Rollins was amazing. They went crazy. So I think a Hell in a Cell for the blow off. Great. We talking about Punk and Drew, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry. I was looking at the Royal Rumble statistics. I went blank, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I think Punk definitely taking this. I'm curious to see who his next feud going to be. God, please don't let it be Karrion Kross. I pray. God, I come to you right now. No Karrion Kross for CM Punk's next feud, please. Also, no Judgment Day for his next feud, please. Give me something fresh. I would even take Gunther. I'd take Gunther. Like, just please no Karrion Kross. And please have CM Punk wrestle on a Raw. God dang, man. Tired of seeing this nigga just wrestle in pay-per-views. Wrestle on a Raw. Know the nigga old, but shoot.
Yeah, like he's not an attraction. I ain't gonna say that. He's an attraction, but he's not a wrestle once a month and it's only the pay-per-view type of attraction. I'm pretty sure he wants to
himself more than anything. You gotta remember that man.
Yeah, that's usually always the case. Like they're just trying to protect the wrestler from themselves, but still, at least one Raw a month.
You gotta remember this man got hurt during the Rumble, taking a DDT. You gotta remember that. So
yeah. We'll see going into next year, though.
Yeah, so we'll
any extra.
Either way. Bad Blood should be a good pay-per-view. I look forward to where things go from here, especially I think from here afterwards we don't get it's Survivor Series, then I think it's Crown Jewel to wrap the year up. So last pay-per-views, we're literally the end stretch of this year. I will also say this. Other things we need to just talk about WWE wise. Jey Uso is your IC champion. Yep. Datro's greatest fear occurred. But I will say this, Braun Breaker gave him a great match, G. Like it was still a great match. Braun Breaker gave him a great match. It was probably one of Jey Uso's best matches. I will give him that. the Bronson Reed versus Braun Strowman last month's standing match was great, and a good way to bring Seth Rollins back as well too. Which for me that was a predictable ending. Was Seth coming back and costing Bronson Reed the W, but good way to keep him looking strong. But that was a really great match. Other thing that's going on, for the love of God, can DIY or the Street Profits take the belts off the Bloodline this weekend? Please.
Oh yeah, we got a ladder match on Friday.
I don't need Jacob Fatu coming up with Aura and blasting the niggas off the ladder, and then now we sitting there like, damn, gee, they still got the belt, bro. Please get the belts off them in Judgment Day. It's time. Triple H, make it happen. Please.
Yeah, I think them boys need to get off of Judgment Day beforehand. I hate that. And I rock with what's Big Head folks' name?
McDonough.
Yeah, I rock with JD McDonough. I shouldn't say that. Fuck them got allegations, but he cool.
He a good wrestler. He a good worker.
Yeah, he know how to sell.
Allegations.
Nigga, them allegations, man. So NXT news: Trick is the champion. Gulia lost because of interference.
Corey J came back.
Corey J came back.
It's a
MCM or somebody. I think they got teased. Or they got showed in a promo of like the CW. That's what I saw on Twitter. So, Machine Gun, Motor City Machine Gun. There we go. I think they coming soon. But other than that, them niggas old too. I don't know why they going to NXT. Them niggas old. But
there was another tease for someone called Delta.
Delta, yeah. But she was like a big signing for WWE. Australian wrestler, so I know we couldn't catch that. I don't even know what time to watch some Australian wrestling, man. So, but people saying the NXT show was a really good show. And I think that's it. Bump Jay Uso, but shout out to Jay Uso. He got the fans behind him. Can't be mad at it. At all.
Depending on, because like I told you guys the other day, I definitely think this was done as it was a crowning moment for, I wouldn't say the end game for his character, but I think the character deserved it the most, not so much, he just needed a singles belt, but the character deserved it. I think it worked its way up to the point where it was kind of, like I said, it's kind of like the LA Knight situation where like eventually he was going to get it. Depending on, because they turned Braun face, and he just teased that he's gonna go after Gunther at some point, so that'll be fun. I think Jay loses this belt to Bronson Reed.
I think that nigga about to get speared to the Bloodline. That's what I think is about to happen. I think
he loses that belt to somebody on Raw before that.
That's what I say. Braun Breaker probably just gets it back. I wouldn't mind. Bronson Reed is a star, bro.
I think he's next. I think he's the next to get it.
Triple H is in his Duffy with that one, dog. Like Duffy, bro. That last monster standing, booked perfectly. Seth Rollins, crazy.
I saw some other news about that. They're saying Braun Strowman might have tore his groin during that match.
Look, I bet he did. I ain't gonna hold you. That nigga was walking kind of funny. I'm like, yeah, he threw something.
Real gingerly.
Yeah, that nigga big, bro. He can't be moving like that, bro.
Bro, that man, he jumped off the turnbuckle, bro. That's when I swear that's when it happened.
Hey, if I was any of them security guards, I definitely would have pushed somebody a little further in front of me. Like, I ain't a bump I'm willing to take. I don't get paid enough.
He got outside in the crowd. He got hit with some crazy move too.
Yeah, he got put through. So he got put through the barricade twice. He got put through the initial one, and then he got hit the security wall that's blocking the fans.
I'm not even talking about that one. He got hit with some type of driver on top of some, like basically it's a table, but it's equipment.
I know what you're talking. I forgot what I know.
Yeah, but it was called, bro. That looked crazy, bro. That one looked crazy. Shout out to Braun Strowman. Shout out to Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed picked that nigga up. Like Braun Strowman ain't white. He picked that nigga up a couple times. So, shout out to Bronson Reed though, man. Like that nigga. And Seth Rollins came out to some crazy pop, bro. With that at the end, niggas was on their feet though. It's like that was a really good Raw. It's a really good Raw. They went crazy with that one. Yeah.
Most definitely like that. And honestly, the past Raw been on point. Triple H is doing what he can to compete against Monday Night Football.
Hey, and Monday Night Football spanking them niggas, boy.
Bro, they got bro. It's double headers, G.
No, bro, and they getting spanked, dog.
It's nothing you can do, bro. It's nothing you can do, bro. You going to get G. This is the funny thing. They going against a Huff game and a less Huff game. ESPN is getting literally the second worst set of games, pretty much, because Amazon gets the worst game of the week, and then Monday Night Football don't even hit no more. It really don't. It's just niggas just love football that goddamn much. G,
this is why it's beautiful is going to Netflix, because niggas can watch their Monday Night Football and catch Raw the next day or something like that. It's great that it's going to Netflix. To be honest, I think I might in the future, all of that stuff might just be on Netflix for them, bro.
It's gonna happen. Like, depending on how it goes, that's probably what's gonna happen. So let's see. But either way, let's go ahead and wrap this episode up. We appreciate you guys for watching. We appreciate you guys for listening. As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the Tweaking Media YouTube channel. Make sure you follow the Facebook page, Tweaking Media. Make sure you follow the Instagram page as well, as we start posting content as well. Like I said earlier in the episode, check out the Wukong review that Daytrail and Cam did. Check it out, support it, as they definitely get ready to give you guys more gaming reviews. And also check out Attack on Culture, as we're going to record that this weekend. So be on the lookout for that for next week as well. Follow us on Twitter at Threes from the Ring, and support, share with the people you rock with us, man. We greatly appreciate you guys. Peace.
Peace out.